Hello guys. Hello, hello. Hello. Am I audible? Do one thing. Please ask your friends to join in because it's already 4:01. So we'll get started shortly. Okay. Till then, can you guys tell me any of you have finished the first course or not? Did anyone try? You have sent that to me. I've seen that. Other than you, did anyone do at least try to do? Today's session will be interactive. Like uh, in other GDS event, you have seen that one guy only typed the codes and all. But today we'll discuss about the classes, objects, all those parameters to help you understand about how to write properly to build your app. We'll clear out some misconceptions, or rather say conception which you can clarify by yourselves if you couldn't have clarified them by yourselves then. And if you have already, then it's a good sign. You're progressing great. Uh, there are only 5 people. Last time it was 25. Okay, we'll wait till I guess 4:10. Okay, and then we'll start doing clarifying whatever you wanna say. Till then, can you guys tell me something about yourselves also? Hello. You can turn on your cameras also. Let me turn mine on. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Last time we did, we only just got started with what was the course about, what will the benefits be if you complete the course, the certificates part, what will be the opportunities you will get, all those stuff. Last time we didn't really code or something like that and give out anything like that. It was just an interactive session to get you people started on the pathways. Today, however, we'll do one thing. The last part of the course, which is the part 4 in first course, it's mentioned like add a button to your app. You remember? You check it. Yeah. So there are new concepts like classes, objects. Adding images to your app, uh, random number generating. Those concepts. Those are some new concepts, and we'll understand some of those, and then we'll run the code. I have done those myself, so it won't take much time of yours. I won't like code itself out on this very session. I will just make you guys understand, and I have already coded it out. So I'll share it and let you guys see what actually comes as a response or as a output of your code, writing your code. Getting me? Shubhajit has, yeah. Just tell me. Which? Which OS you are using? Windows or Mac or Linux? Windows 11. Look, Windows 11 is not currently in a stable state, I would say. Like they are claiming it's stable and many things like that, but it's still, it's not like the stable versions. So I would recommend not to switch over to Windows 11 on your main devices. Okay. So you also do one thing, try to whichever problem you are facing, try to copy it and see it on Stack Overflow or try to troubleshoot it, because there are things like Windows 11 is a new thing. So maybe the Android Studio, some of it's like, you know what the word for is, like it's not actually got optimized for Windows 11. Maybe that could be the part, or like I shared the link, right? Okay, so look, the thing is, I would say, if it's possible, try to troubleshoot and try to give us what the actual problem is saying. Like if it's trying to switch over to the original, installed version of the GDK, so we have to look into that. Like I hadn't faced the problem, so I have to look into that part also. Did you face any problem installing that part? Just try to proceed, like see what is happening after you come completing that part. Okay. It's 4:08. We'll wait for 2 minutes more. How long did you proceed in that pathway? Any? I know you are doing good. People are still joining. Let us wait for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Yes, tell me. Uh, Look, the thing is, we have already recorded and uploaded the video on our GDSC YouTube channel. Okay. The thing is, in last class, it was like not very necessary, I would say, because it was an introductory session and we just talked about the pathways and what the course is all about, what will be the benefits and all. So you can check the video. I would suggest to check the video, and you'll get a notion of it. Okay. Yes, Shantan, we have the previous event recorded. Just go over to our YouTube channel, that is GDSC NSCC, and you'll find that. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me share the link to the community group also. People can join. Okay, because the thing is, if people are so less, they will face the same problem as some of you are facing. They wouldn't be able to catch up, and that would be a problem. It's not like that everyone is interested in app development, but they should get a notion of it at least. Someone might get interested also. Let's wait till 16:15, 4:15. Now, or last 2 minutes, and then we'll start. Let me present my screen already. Visible, right? So the part I was talking about is this one. Did you come to this part at least? Except Shubhajit, because he has already done it. He has shown me his work already. Except him. Did anyone get to this part already? Nice response. If you haven't complete till this point, it's not a problem. Like you don't get anything and like that. Like yeah, you need to complete it before January 10th, but you still have time. So if you have already done reached till this part, it's good. It's a good progress for you. That's what I'm asking. At least you're talking. I'm asking. All of you are attending for the first time. I don't think so. Like I can recall few names. Like it's not like our like so college classes. Like it's not like you need to answer properly and all that. we are learning as a community. We are sharing stuff. You are learning stuff. Someday you will also share. That's the whole point about GDSC. So you can literally tell whatever you want. This is so much irritating. Okay, let's walk through it. So the first thing I want to talk about is classes, object, and object instances in Kotlin. This resource material is like too much stuffed with information, and I really like it. There's very few things like this resource material. It is so good. I will encourage all of you to study properly, line by follow it up with line by line and then progress, because it's really one of a kind document. So okay, so this will be our entire project we output, final output. Okay, and we'll click the roll button and the dice will roll and show us random random numbers, okay, on the top. So dice has six sides. Some dice have four sides. Some dice have 120 sides. Okay, it's like there are many kind of dice. So the first thing I want to talk about is classes. So what are classes? Classes, as you have mentioned, class is like a blueprint. Okay, class is similar to how an architect's blueprint plans are not the house. They are the instructions of how to build an house. Okay, so class is itself it's like a blueprint in which we can categorize, like let's say dice is a class. Okay, that means we are clearly stating that dice is a blueprint and we'll make something out of it, and that will be a dice. Like if we are following up a blueprint of a house, then it's clear that the output will be a house when we will make it. So if we are following up a class dice, then we'll get a dice at the end of it. So to create a class, we need to do a main function. This is how we do function. This is how we what can I say? Tell that it's a function. The code is fun, that is fun. Fun stands for function, and it's a main function. Okay, to start afresh, like we are starting freshly, so we need a main function. Okay, so main function, then there is a parenthesis, and then there are curly braces. This curly our code or our definition will go under this part. Okay, this is our main function, and this is our that blueprint, that dice blueprint. And whenever we are defining something, like in most coding languages, in different coding languages, you will see that we will be using these curly braces. Okay, because these are like saying that okay, this part is for reserved for defining this part. Okay, so here goes the class. What we did sides. We took, as our dice have six sides, so we took variable. Var stands for variable, and we have six sides of that dice. Okay, and now the thing is instance. So what is instance? Okay, in a community, in a house community, have you seen a house community, any of you, like those government house communities or medical house communities? Did you see any of those? The reason I'm saying this, because those buildings are like likely structured to one another. I mean, the A1 building is quite similar to the A2 building and A3 building. The buildings of the A block are all similar in nature. So we have a class that is our blueprint, and then what we are doing, we are creating new dices. That is my first dice, my second dice, my third dice, and on and on. So here's the blueprint, and whenever we are structuring it up, we are getting different dices. Getting my point? Okay. So, so now what we're doing, we are defining. Okay, people are still joining. So we're trying to make different dices from our dice blueprint. So we name it my first dice, and what we're doing, we are allocating it to dice that is our class, and then the parenthesis. This basically means that we are using the class, uh, the properties of the class. Okay, so there it goes for our first dices, and then we are using the print that statement. You have done some coding in C, I guess, because in first year there is a little bit of C program, I guess. I actually forgot. So we use printf for C programming language, and we use println, that is print line, for our Kotlin programming language. So we are printing a line, new line actually, and that is my first dice, that is our first object that we created, first instance that we created from the class, and we're using the sides properties of our dice. How we are getting this? We are getting this from, here you can see, in the class dice we have variable sides equals to 6. So sides is already a residing property in our class, so we are just pulling it out and allocating it to our new instance. The first dice dot sides give us that our dice, similar dice to our original blueprint, has also 6 sides. Clear up to this point? Okay. So here goes our class and instances part, and the code should be looking like this. You will get to know this. I'll encourage all of you to read the documents carefully because it says a lot. So you can see that our main function, and you can see our class. In our class we have only one property, that is sides, and we have allocated it to 6. And in our main function we are getting our first instance by my first dice, and we are using the dice class. How we are using the properties of that class, and therefore these two parentheses, and then we are printing the only property we have, that is my first dice dot sides, and we are getting 6 as an output. So this is the basic part of what can I say, class and instance. And here is another important thing. So we need something called a random random number generator. Okay, because in a dice, those who are familiar with probability, you know that getting 1 to 6 is a chance of 1 by 6 for each one of those, if it is not a biased dice. Okay, so we need something called a random number generator, because uh, without that, how can we predict, we can actually not predict what will be the output. But that's the point, that's the whole point. We need a random number to get printed or get shown to us whenever we throw a dice. So we'll be using a random function generator, a random number generator. So for that we are using a function called roll. Okay, roll for rolling a dice. And in that roll, we are for our benefit, I can say, Kotlin already has a random number generator function, that is this one dot random. So we are allocating a value that is random number, and we are allocating it to, that is 1 to 6. Okay, 1 dot dot 6 means 1 to 6, because our dice have 6 sides and we will get only 6 numbers. So 1 to 6 and dot random, that is randomly from 1 to 6. Clear up to this point? Okay. Okay. Yes, yes. All these are syntaxes. Yes, for this Kotlin programming language, we already have this syntax. Okay, function I can say inbuilt in our program, and the role function, the random function already generates random number for a given uh, given, what can I say, period. Okay, so that's why it's generating a random number from 1 to 6. And again, we are using, you can see my first dice dot roll. How we are getting the role function? Because it is already in the dice class, so we are using another property. The role has now become a property of the dice. Okay, so we can further use this property from role and then parenthesis because it's a function. Okay, so here goes, we have 6 sides and our random number is 4. Okay, let's talk. Yes. Okay, so these were the two important parts of your of from this portion. And now we need something of an interactive way of dealing with the app, because it's not like you use the app just to see a photo on the app. You are willing to interact with the app, and that's why you are using. It's like playing a game. You can't play a game without interacting with the game, right? So we need to make the app as much interactive as possible. For this purpose, we will be needing one button which can generate the random numbers. Okay, because I've shown the first photo, which has says the button to press and then to generate, and I can further show you. Just a minute. So this one, we'll be needing this button. This says roll, and it will roll. Seeing this, so we'll be needing this button. So how we are making the button interactive? So we'll be adding a button, and we'll be giving it a name, roll button, because it's the button which is rolling the dice. And we'll be allocating is find view by id, and these are complex stuffs. Okay, uh, to you it may seem complex because you haven't uh, gone through to the whole documentation, but it simply refers to the button id number of the button and which button you are pressing and what action it will take. Okay, all those statements are summed up in this syntax. So we'll be needing, and what will be the end result? End result will be something like this, because and we'll be needing text views and all those stuff. Okay, so these to you may seem a little, little bit of something like how these are coming to being actually, but these are the part of the app itself. So we'll be needing something to make the app interactive, and so that's why we'll be needing buttons. And one more thing that we'll need is images, and we'll be needing images because here you can see that there this image is changing, like it was 4, and then if I press roll, it changes to 5, then it changes to 1, and then again it changes. So there are 6 sides to a dice. We'll be needing 6 different images to our dice app, and we will be needing another thing, that is a conditional behavior, because as I said earlier, the chances of getting 1 to 6 is 1 by 6 for every roll of a dice, if it is not a if it's not a biased dice. So let me show here on the code itself. Okay, first thing first, whenever you are opening a project, you will be greeted with this kind of a acha, let me ask you first, have you guys installed and played with Android Studio for a little bit? Like, though few of you told me you have few problems with installing Android Studio, other than those people. Okay, look, I said previous day also that VS Code is also available for developing like Android apps. I develop Flutter apps in VS Code, but the thing is, here in Android Studio, you will get to see the Gradle scripts, and the XML parts, which are very much needed for you know creating the UI part of the app itself. So I will suggest using Android Studio for your all the Kotlin app developments. Other than, you'll be missing out on those parts. Okay, so this when you open a project, you will be greeted with after opening a project, you will be greeted with this kind of a screen. What it says, Android, then app, then Gradle scripts. I would not recommend to mess up with Gradle scripts now, but because these are well, you need more of studies to get to know these things a little better. So we'll go to the app, and then go to Java, and then go to main activity.kit. So this is our main activity.kotlin. This is where our main code goes. Okay, what we can see here is the same code that the whole course teaches you to make the rolling dice app. Okay, here main activity. This is okay, and that's the part. Android Studio is a very heavy app. I would recommend you to use it like with a capable device, other than like it may hamper your performance. Okay, it's a big hefty app per device. From in my device, it is also lagging. Okay, so here you can see there are a few imports. Android.widget.button, this is for button. This is for viewing images. Okay, this is for compactivity. These all imports are done either manually or by Android Studio itself. There are a few tweaks you need to do to automate these things, and these all you will learn in that course itself. So after scrolling down, we get to see that override function on create saved instances bundle, and super on create saved instances, and set content view to r.layout.activity mail. This part, uh, these codes, don't need to like really wrap your head around for now, but these set up a basic app for you and to work and to modify it to make you your own. So these are the primary steps, pillars for your app basically. That value of a role button was found by view find by id, and that is our private function. Okay, the private part is used to not change our function during the coding for more complex apps or for enterprise apps, because these private functions or whatever classes we define here are not to be changed, will not be changed by other people or other time we develop the app. Okay, there are private and publics. So we have taken a value of dice and we have mentioned it to have 6 sides. Then we have the dice roll, which is the function, and we have allocated to dice.roll and the parenthesis. Okay, so as there is a parenthesis, there will be the function down below in the dice class itself. So here is class dice, and it has a private, again it has a private value because we are not changing it in the future, and it has number of sides. This is also allocated to int, that is integer, because number of sides is an integer value, it's not something of a text value. Okay, so it's an integer value. So here goes that, and function roll, after we roll the dice we'll get 1 to 6, that is also an integer value. So we allocated this to integer, and then we take the return value, because we need a return value, or how will we know that what we'll get after throwing the dice. Like in our real world we can see what was the number on the dice by just looking for the dice, but here on the app we need a return function that will do the work for us. So in the return function, we are using the random number generator, you remember from a few slides back, and we are allocating this to 1 to number of sites. Okay, why we are allocating this to number of sites? Because we want to make our make our code more generic to future references, because in future if we change our number of sites to, yeah, for say from 6 to 10 or 20, then it will get itself changed to 20, and we don't even need to think about that. Okay, we will try to avoid hard coding stuffs as much as possible. So, and okay, the drawable resources, simply means that these are the photos of the dices, different parts, and so 1 for dice 1, 2 for dice 2, and if these 5 doesn't satisfy, then else, that is for dice 6, because we only have 6 sides. So these are photos, all of the a photo, kind of a photo portfolio is mentioned by the side of this. So we have our class, we have the basic starting materials to build our app, and we have the function to roll our dice, we have the photos needed. Okay, and to clarify, we will need to uh, like validate, or what can I say, call back to the images every time we select those. So dice image dot set image resource dot drawable resource, this is simply calling to that those images. Okay, and here goes the code for our dice. Okay, so this is not that important for now. These are the drawables, dice1.png, dice.png. Okay, these are the photos. These will be provided to you by the course itself. So here is the layout part, and this is where Android Studio comes in handy. Here you can see. So we have a blueprint, and we have a, what we'll call this, an instance of that blueprint, you can say. So this is what the blueprint looks like. There will be an image we can see from this, and there will be a button to press. So, and this will be the end product. So you can see here's the button, and this is from at the rate string dot roll, string forward slash roll, and this is the image view, and here the few attributes. Okay, layout, width, these are all taught in the course. How you can change this, how you can add one more than one images, okay, how you can add buttons, okay, and what is the meaning of this at the rate string forward slash roll. These are all in the are the parts of the course itself. So this, have you seen this in VS Code? I don't think so. So these are the reasons we're using Android Studio over VS Code in generally, because it is the tool that professional app developers from Google use. So in other words, we're very lucky to use this for free, and I would suggest to use Android Studio for Kotlin development also. So these are the two very basic parts you need to take care of. That's the activity main.xml. You can figure out how your app looks like. This is the UI part, and the main activity dot Kotlin part, which holds your main code. Okay, these are the two parts that are that are taught in a broader sense in the first course, and at the end product you will be able to make that app, and there will be a challenge for you. There will be a challenge for you to make a lemonade app. I would suggest after finishing the course material, you try this, get your hands dirty a little bit, because all, like maths or physics, whatever you want to call back, programming is just the same. The more you practice, the more you get good at it. So okay, to make you people a little more aware of Android Studio, this is what the platform looks like. Okay, as I said earlier, and there are many things. These are for running the app, this is for debugging, this is for apply the code changes. Okay, and this is what generates the AVD manager, that is Android virtual device, which is basically this one. So this is an Android virtual device. You can do it here, or you can enable developer mode in your mobile phones, your Android phones, and you can run this very app in your own mobile phones. Okay, so I guess, okay, just a minute, let me rerun this for you. See, it's saying Gradle Build running, so it's building. Okay, it's building the app into this virtual device, and then it will run again. It won't be a significant change, because like I haven't changed the code too much, like I literally changed nothing to show you guys. But this is the thing, is that you make changes, and then you then apply the changes and run. You press this button, and then it will apply the changes and run again to make your new app visible to you on that Android virtual device. It will take time, so don't lose your patience, because as I said earlier, it's a very heavy app to work with. So there's that. And till it's running, let's get some questions from you guys if you have any. Do you have any questions? Sure. Let me take a screenshot. Please. Any questions, guys? Okay, so grade invocation is finished, and okay, still apply. Okay, apply changes successfully. So the changes as applied successfully, though it look similar, it may look similar to the previous one because it is similar, but it is a renewed model of the previous app because we just uh, rerun the app for you people. So then again, it works the same. If you press roll, then it will roll. It will show different numbers. And that's all. So this was uh, like my take on trying to make you people understand about what are classes, instances, and the basic steps to create this app. Like it's not all about like you follow up a coding session and then you get understand about everything. There are few words, keywords, and little bit of things that many people just don't catch. Like you might face a little bit of problem with. So my take was to clarify these parts to you people as lucidly as possible, because in that sense you will be like more capable of doing it by yourselves. So guys, we will have another our third meet on Sunday, and I'm thinking of making a calculator app on that day to show you how it is done from the scratch. I have a calculator app built on previously for a 30 days of challenge on Kotlin, and I had got the certificate and all. But so I will be like, this is the code for the app. Like it's available on my GitHub account. But that's not the point. I'm thinking of doing it because we'll be doing it from the scratch, and here we used only one function, that is to tap on a button and then generate a random number between 1 to 6. But on the next day we'll be able to do like uh, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all four of them. We can write code for all four of them, or we can make another app for say the lemonade app. Any suggestions from you guys? Okay, we can do that. So any questions from you guys? How to show it, like whom you are trying to show? Okay, okay. So first of all, if you have already made your public profile on Google Developer Profile, then you after you complete all the courses, it will be already shown the progress. Yeah, and in case you want to show your app itself that you have developed in your device, then you can upload the code in GitHub. So that is a, yeah, so that is a like proof of your work. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can also share the APK, but I would say try to make an app which is like which comes from your side, like it's your own app. Okay, try to gather up some new ideas and put it into use, and then make an app which will be like distinct from the others, because this course is followed by thousands of people. So if you are making this dice rolling app and then you are making an APK, it has been made like thousand times before, so there will not be a like distinct credit for yourself. Getting my point? So try to cook up some ideas and make an app which comes from yourself. As we'll be doing like after the third session, which will be on Sunday. I'm telling you guys beforehand because I need a little bit of more participation, because we also need to show this participation to the developer community of India. So like it's not a big deal, but a good number of participation, good number of headcounts is like it's good to see for us also. So we'll be joining again on Sunday. I guess the timing will also be the same, like from 4 to 5, or 4 to how long it goes. Today the last day, so I think we might go after like one hour or so. So there's that. So other than these questions, any other for your development journey or anything? How you're liking the course? Anything you can ask. And I will try to like find a video or solution to Android Studio on Windows 11, and then I will send it on the group. Okay, because there are many new devices on the market which come with, if it's a new device, it will come with Android 11 pre-installed. So that could be a problem for many users. So I will try to find a solution for that also. And I'll share it on the group, in the group. So that, I guess, comments our session. Have you guys enjoyed the session this far? Like, I am only speaking from my side, so might be little monotonous for you guys after doing all the classes and duties and then again listening to me. The thing is, when I joined college, there were people from third year, fourth year who are continuously doing boot camps and all those things. We are incapable of doing that because of COVID. You know that. But if we were in college, you would also see tons and tons of boot camps and all that course here and there would be happening. So to mirror that, we are trying these things to bring to you people. So a little bit of more, you know, anticipation from you guys, a little bit of more participation from you guys is good to see. So thank you guys for joining, and this video will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and as I said, I'll provide solution to your problems in the group if you have facing anything with the course. And I will very much request you people to please complete the course before like this December 31st, because we'll be having only 10 days to make our app and then publish it. So thank you again, and see you on Sunday. Okay.